We weren't concerned about just playing on our doorstep. It was to play on any doorstep throughout the world, really.
And we'd seen the rest of the world by then. By the time we came to record Sandinista, we'd toured most huge parts of the world, and it's reflected in the lyrics, like Washington Bullets.
I think we were changed by what we did. We went these places and we experienced these things, and that changed our view, obviously. In England, you can become noticed much quicker than you can in America because it's such a small place, comparatively speaking, so word passes. But we went and played in America a lot. And we got a lot of criticism at home for, like, oh, what? They've gone to America now. What do we tell you? You know, but it wasn't the case, because I thought that they would feel proud that we had achieved so much from where we were from. And we was kind of representing, you know.
We'd done a really long tour in Britain and in the US, and then we came straight off that tour, and rather than like falling down exhausted and like jetting off to opposite ends of the world or something, we were so up for it that we went straight into a studio, and Columbia didn't even want to buy us any time, and there we were in New York off the tour, and all we wanted to do was record, and we had to force them to spill out for 3 weeks at Electric Lady.
I think that's, out of all our albums, that is kind of the album now that, you know, interests me most. There's all sorts of music on that album that I think that now, I think, wow, yeah, it was so far advanced of its time. You know, Mose Allison songs and all sorts of stuff.
There's more marimba on it than any other punk record.
Yeah. For a creative person, really, that is the process, is that you get influenced by many things, and hopefully it feeds through you, and what comes out is the influences, but you. We're just sort of always trying something new to sort of see how to make the thing work or not, you know.
Some of those takes are the songs actually being written as they're going down. And we had Mikey Dread with us on hand, and we called in Mickey Gallagher and Norman Watt-Roy from the Blockheads for a bit of musicianship. We had Ivan Julian drop in, and New York guys, and we had a real scene. I mean, musicians were dropping in from all over New York, and we were in there day and night. I never went to a bar or a nightclub or anything. We were in there day and night. I used to sleep under the piano, and you couldn't get us out of the studio if you tried. They had to pry us out of there.
Joe's spliff bunker.
Yeah, we got these American war helmets, and we had to go into the spliff bunker for a spliff. We had to put a helmet on, right? And it was like a little pillbox, really, kind of like from World War II.
You know, like little machine gun posts. There's a little slit where you could see through.
A spliff bunker was something that I realised was a great thing, because you can't have a load of idiots partying in the control room, because the engineer can't hear and no decisions can be made. And so I was keen to hang with people, because otherwise you're in an isolated bubble, but it has to be done carefully, because you cannot have people pouring wine into the mixing desk or behaviour like that. It's just not going to happen. And so I invented the spliff bunker, which was like a place where you could like smoke weed and hang out and talk out in the main body of the studio, as far removed geographically as possible from the control room, so that in the control room sanity could reign and people could EQ things and get things recorded correctly. And the spliff bunker was a place where you could come up with your next, while they're fiddling with the last thing, the spliff bunker was where we'd come up with the next thing we were gonna, and as soon as they got a rough mix down, we'd be like, fresh tape on the reel, let's get the mics out, because we're gonna go like this and this and this, and we'd just keep doing that day and night. And that's why it had to be a triple album.
One day we were sitting in the spliff bunker, and Ian, Julian and the Blockheads had just been on Top of the Pops, all dressed as policemen, and they decided to pay us a visit afterwards, and so they all burst into the studio, and you couldn't see it first, and it just looked like a bloke of, we were being raided, and it was the police, and they all ran down the stairs dressed in a
yeah, it was like, hold on a minute, that bloke looks like Wilco.
Mick Jones is the one who's, again, he's the king arranger, and he's bringing in he was always looking to do the new thing, and that was really banging off in New York. Rap was there, it was like 1980. Rap was like going off big time, coming out Curtis Blow, Sugar Hill and all this. And WBLS was like blasting all over the city, and we just like hooked on to some of that vibe and made our own version of it. And we made an instrumental mix of Mag 7.
It was just by luck, and the fact that it started playing it in New York, all over New York that summer, it was a big success.
Sandinista was three pieces of long-playing vinyl for the price of one. We took a knock on it. In order to bring it out at the price we wanted, we forewent our royalties on that single, so the company would release it. I mean, on that whole album. And many times I've had debates with people about what should be on it, what shouldn't be on it, but now, looking back on it, I can't separate. It's like the leaves of an onion. There's some stupid tracks, there's some brilliant tracks, but the more I think about it, the more happy I am that it is as it is.
I think it's where we were all out one way or the other at that time.
You could cut it down if you wanted, but it'd be missing the point somewhat, I think.
I can only say I'm proud of it, warts and all, as they say. It's a magnificent thing, and I wouldn't change it, even if I could.